Meta just released a model called Muse Glimmer, and this one is different from the usual launch. You can download it, you can keep it, and you can run it on your computer you already own. It has 29.6 billion parameters. It comes under the Apache 2.0 license, which means it is free to use and free to sell, and it fits on a single graphics card. The weights went up on Hugging Face on day one. Support in the popular local tools landed within hours. In this video, I will explain what it is, how it was made, and how good it actually is. I will show you the parts Meta did not put in the headline. So let's start. First, let's understand why this release matters. Most strong model today lives in someone else's data center. You type a question, your words travel to their machine, they send an answer back, and you pay for it. That works, but it comes with four strings attached. You need an internet line always. You pay for every single question. Your words leaves your computer, and the owner can change the model or switch it off whenever they want. Muse Glimmer works the other way around. It runs with no internet at all. There is no cost for each question. Your words never leave the room and nobody can take it away from you. Think of it like this: it is the difference between hiring a car every time you go out and owning one that sits in your garage. So, what is this model actually built for? Meta built it around three everyday uses. The first one is local agents. You give it a goal, it plans the steps, calls the tools it needs, and finishes the job on its own. The second one is tools and code. It fills in functions call with the right shape and it edits codes inside your own terminal. The third one is free judge. You point it at as answers from other models and let it score them from you at no cost. Here's a simple way to see the difference. A chat model answers you, an agent model goes and does the work, then comes back and tells you what it did. And all three of these are meant to work with or without an internet connection. Now the numbers on the box, everything on this slide comes from the model card that Meta published on launch day. It has 29.6 billion parameters. Parameters are the internal settings the model learns while training. And this model is dense, which means every one of them is used for every word. We will come back to that. The context window is 131072 tokens. Context is how much text it can hold in front of it at one time, and you can push it up to 262.144 tokens if you need more. The license is Apache 2.0, free to use, change and sell, no strings. It reads pictures too, but it writes text only. Its knowledge stops on 4th of January 2026, and you get four levels of thinking effort: low, medium, high, and extra high. Let's put this in order because Meta has been shipping fast. In April 2026, a Muse Spark, a big frontier model, closed. You could only rent it through an API. In July came Muse Spark 1.1, stronger but still closed and still hosted on Meta's own machine. On 5th of August came Muse Code, a coding agent for your terminal, driven by Muse Spark 1.2 in the cloud. And on the 10th of August came Muse Glimmer. That is the fourth Muse model in 5 months, and it is the first one you can download and keep. So Meta now runs two tracks at the same time: big closed models that you rent by the hour and small open models that you can keep for good. One more thing to note: Meta gave away a small model, and on the same day, it promised to open weights of a much bigger one soon. Now, how do we get a small model to behave like a big one? Muse Glimmer was not trained from nothing. It learned by copying a much bigger closed model called Muse Spark. Muse Spark is a teacher. It is very large, it is closed, and it sits in Meta's data center. Muse Glimmer is the student. It is 29.6 billion parameter. It is open and it fits on one machine. This copying method has a name. It is called distilling. Let me explain how it works. The big model answers millions of questions. The small one watches and copies not just the answer, but how sure the big one was about each word. That extra hint teaches far more than plain simple answers would. Here's an easy way to picture it. A master chef cannot move into your kitchen. So the chef trains an apprentice, and the apprentice comes to live with you. The recipe had three stages, each one added a different kind of skill. Stage one is pre-training, call it copy the teacher. It was fed the answer of MuseSpark and learned to match them word by word. on a similar mix of data. Stage 2 is mid-training, call it learn long jobs. Here it saw longer documents, pictures mixed with text, and full recording of agents calling tools steps by step. That last part matters. It watched real agents run from start to finish. Stage 3 is post training, call it polish and practice. Human written examples, more copying while it worked, and reward based practice on real tasks. In plain words, first it learned to talk like the teacher, then it learned to walk, then it learned to work well. Now, here is a design choice that surprised a lot of people. Most new models of this size split the work between experts. That shape is called a mixture of experts. Only a few parts of the model wake up for each word. Muse Glimmer does not do that. It is dense. All 29.6 billion parameters work on every single Word document. Nothing is skipped. A mixture of expert is cheaper to run, but the routing adds one more thing that can go wrong in the middle of a long job. With dense, the speed stays steady and easy to guess, and that matters a lot when an agent is running 100 steps in a row. So Meta picked the older, simpler shape on purpose. Think of it like this: a mixture of experts sends two people to each job, dense sends the whole team every time, and that's it. Now, let's talk about actually running it because there is a catch. At full size, the weights are 58 gigabytes. That will not fit in your laptop. It will not fit in a normal gaming card either. So the weights get squeezed. This squeezing is called quantizing. It stores each number with fewer digits. The cost that cost a little accuracy and saves a lot of room. Look at the drop. Full size is 58 gigabytes. Each bit brings it to 34, 6-bit brings it to 21, and 4-bit brings it down to 17 gigabytes. 4-bit is the sweet spot, and that is the one most people should book. It fits comfortably inside a 24 gigabytes gaming card. Meta says 4-bit squeezing costs little to nothing on agent work. Below that, the answer starts to slip. One more tip: leave some headroom. The context, the picture reader, and the speed helper all need memory of their own. The model also ships with a speed trick, and it is a clever one. It is called deflash. Normally, a model writes one word, then stops, then write the next word one at a time. Deflash adds a tiny helper model that guesses the next few words ahead. Then big model reads that whole guess in one pass and marks what is right. Any wrong words are thrown away and it carries on from there. Now, this is the important part. There is no quality loss at all. The answer is exactly the same. The helper only suggests. The big model still checks every single word. So, how much faster is it? On an RTX 5090, it is about 3.1 times faster. On Apple M5 Max, about 1.8 times. On a M4 Max, about 1.5 times. To give you a real example, users on a 20 gigabyte AMD card saw about 36 words a second rise to about 60 with helper switched on. Now, the score, let's see how good it really is. Meta compare it against two other open models of a similar size, Gamma 4 31 billion and Quen 3.627 billion. Higher is better on all of this. The first slide is where Muse Glimmer wins clearly, and it is all agent work on MCP Atlas, which test tool use it scores 75.5. The next best was 62.5, that is a 13-point lead. That is a big gap. On Deep Research QA, it got 74.6 against 71.1. On Wildcard Club Banks, 47.6 against 43.2. And on GAR2, which tests general agent work, 43.3 against 40.0. So it wins all four, and notice the pattern. Every one of these tests is about using tools and finishing jobs. But now let's look at the other half of the same table. Same three models, same launch day, and here the gap almost disappears. On SWE Bench Pro, it scores 51.2 against 55, 50.2. That is 1 point lead, very close. On SWE Bench Verified, it got 76.0, but Quen got 77.2. So it loses that one. On Terminal Bench, it got 51.7 against 60.7. That is a 9 point loss, and that is a real gap. And on AIME 2026, a maths test, it got 94.7 against 94.1 basically level. So the story changes completely on this side. On agent work, it leads. On plain coding and maths, it is level and sometimes behind. Here is the full table, 12 tests, 3 models. The best score in each row is picked out in color. Take a moment to look at this one. The orange color is Muse Glimmer, then Gamma for 31 billion parameters, then Quen 3.2, 3.627 billion parameter. You can see it wins most of the agent rows at the top. It also wins AIME math and the long context text at the bottom. But look at OS fault verified, which is about controlling a desktop. It gets 65.9 while Quinn gets 75.6. And on GPQA Diamond is science test. Gamma actually comes first, so it is a strong model, but it is not sweeping the board. One note before we move on, all of these numbers comes from the table Meta published itself. Let me make that easier to read. Same data, two simple lists. On the left, where it clearly leads, MCP Atlas plus 13 points, that is the biggest win of the whole launch. A banking agent test plus 6.8, the long context text plus 6.7, and Wildflower Bench plus 4.4. On the right, where it is still behind, controlling a desktop minus 9.7, terminal work minus 9.0, skills test minus 2.3, and science minus 2.2. So here's the honest pattern. It is stronger at using tools and running long jobs. On plain coding and reasoning, it is level with Quen, and on terminal and desktop control, it is a clear step behind. So where can you actually get it and run it? The full weights are on Hugging Face along with two squeeze version and the D-Flash helper. If you want the easiest path, use Olama or LM Studio. One command, a friendly window, and it runs. For ingenious, llama.cc, CPP and MLX support were merged on the same day, and Exutorch covers phone class chips, so it can run on a handset too. If you need to serve many people at once, use VLLM or SGLang. Those can push over 20,000 words a second on the newer NVIDIA cards. If you would rather not download anything, it is hosted on Open Router, Together AI, and Fireworks AI. And for business use, there is NVIDIA NIM with a ready container, Jetson boxes for the edge, and Nemo for tuning. The launch patterns were AMD, ARM, Dell, Intel, and NVIDIA. So this was clearly planned well in advance. Now let me give you the careful side, four things to keep in mind. Number one, OpenWord is not the same as open source. You get the finished numbers, you do not get the training data or the training code. So nobody outside Meta can rebuild this model from scratch. Number two, Meta chose the scoreboard. Meta picked which models to compare against and which settings each one ran in. Independent tests may read differently, so wait for those. Number three, it does not win everything. Quen 3.627 billion beats it by 9 points on terminal work and by almost 10 on controlling a desktop. Number 4, being dense cost you memory speed because every part runs on every word. It feels slower on machines with shared memory like most Macs. And one more thing to remember, its knowledge stops on the 4th of January 2026. None of this makes the model bad. It only means the headlines needs a second look. Before we finish, one last thing. On the same day, Mark Zuckerberg published an essay called The Future is for Everyone. In it, he said the big model will be open to. Alexander Wang, Meta's chief AI officer, said the same thing. That means Muse Spark 1.2, the large closed one, may become downloadable. No date was given yet, and here's the interesting part. 5 days earlier, Meta had said it would stay closed, so that was a fast change of mind. Let me wrap up with four things to remember. One, it is a 30 billion parameter open model, free under Apache 2.0. Second, squeezed to 4-bit, it fits inside a 24 gigabyte card. Third, it leads on tools and use long running agent jobs. Fourth, it is level on coding and a step behind on the terminal work. That is Muse Glimmer in simple words. If you like my video, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.